We're in the top 5. We have revealed 2 of our 5 panelists' number 1s, and we're about to hit the next 3 in succession, because neither our number 1 nor our number 2 was a number 1 vote from any individual. It's kind of interesting how it broke down. I was kind of pleased with how it works, though, because if the consensus is greater than one person's vote, then we're doing it right. So I'm giving myself a pat on the back for the point system. It's been working for like 7 years. We've been tweaking it. I think it's come to a really good place now. That's all. So you can go ahead and praise me. I will go ahead and thank you. I'm going to pat it so it's audible.
You're good, Chris. Good, Chris. Good, Chris.
This is probably a good time as any to... Chris, you do a lot of stuff for all of this show.
Like, I don't want to compliment him until we hear what the top 5 is. Let's see what number 1 is before we go too crazy.
Here's my number 5. It's Kate Sis theme from Final Fantasy VII, and I just like string myself up from the ceiling. Hate that character. Hate his theme. We're going to start our top 5 with a song that's going to make Nick sad because it's not Alone from Final Fantasy IX.
Oh. I mean, it's interesting.
This was my number 1. Sorry, Nick, go ahead.
Okay. I mean, since I told myself if this was going to come up that I would probably try to stay quiet about it. Honestly, I talked about everybody in the car. I talked about it with everybody in the car to the Distant Worlds concert. Like, it's not my favorite song. It's in a weird part of the game, and in talking it over with them a little bit, I came to realize that I needed to experience it again. And I will say that the song has certainly gotten better for me from that new perspective. But I did not vote. I still did not vote for it.
I want to reveal your perspective because it plays into my point. So I'm going to do that unless you're like, no, that's a betrayal of trust.
Okay, do you want me to tell you my old perspective or my new perspective?
No. So your old perspective was, this was from a time when I wanted the hero to be like a shining knight, have no flaws, not be have any insecurities or self-doubt. And now I think I can appreciate a little more of that imperfection. And the reason I bring up your point is to throw you under the bus, of course, but also I'm kidding. But really, it's to because to me, all that is encompassed in this song, all the self-doubt, all of this. You find out you're an angel of death. Imagine waking up one morning, you find out you're an angel of death. You're actually synthetic. You're created. What a day. And then your friends are there to be like, hey, snap out of it. Yes, you're kind of being a baby, but we also kind of get it, and we're here for you. And that's all in this song. And it's another version where it is better to me in the symphony. There's so much more, and you get swept away with all the different instruments and the way that it swells. But the original is still great.
This was my number 1. I adore this song so much. That sequence of the game where Zidane is experiencing all that doubt, and then his friends come to support him because he has supported them throughout the game. So they're there in that pivotal moment, and it plays throughout the whole sequence. So there's battles and shit happening, but this song does not stop, and I love it. This sequence was just so powerful in the game when I first played it. I will say, I don't know why, I prefer the original to the symphony version. I feel like the symphony version is almost too happy. There's something very melancholy about this version that I don't know if the symphony captures it for me. But, I mean, all versions of it are great. I freaking love this song.
This is part of the reason Final Fantasy IX is Michaela's favorite Final Fantasy.
Yes. Oh, this song.
I don't know what percent, but it is greater than 0.
Yeah, that's accurate. I don't know what percent either. I'd have to do the math, but yeah, it's up there.
That has to matter, though, right? Powerful tracks having an impact, especially when we're doing this study in the first place. There's a song we haven't gotten to yet that's going to be part of why it's mine. You guys know what it is. The viewers may not. We'll get there. But it's the same idea where it's I connected so strongly with one song that it gives that game bonus points for me. I already liked it, but like you said, it's a percentage of the reason why. My
hot take of 15 being in the top 5 is not happening if I don't love the music. It might not be in the top 10 if it's not for the music. It's a pretty drastic. It means a lot.
I mean, I don't want to distract from the discussion of the song right now, but if you could play 15 now with all the additions and everything, is it that much better of a game?
Oh,
because
of course.
we all played it.
Yeah,
we all played it when it was brand new. So
you're not supposed to do. You're cheating because we're going to cover this in the other list. But
Okay,
yes,
okay,
you're
okay.
absolutely right. It's the complete experience now.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing recently, and it's been already been like
Yeah.
it's helped so much.
Mhm. As far as going back to the song, I completely agree with Michaela. I do like the synthesized version more than the orchestral, because it does have that more somber feeling, but the orchestral does have like a different type of feel with it, because, like you guys had mentioned, Zidane is getting help from all of his friends, and all the different sections playing this song is kind of like, hey, this is Steiner saying snap out of it. This is Vivi saying snap out of it. This is Garnet. Here she is. Snap out of it. I feel like that's one thing from the orchestra that the orchestra has. That
It's so clearly to me as an example of, and I don't know if this is what makes me think the composer is watching the scene like they do in a Disney movie when they're composing, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna compose exactly. Okay, he's walking up here. Here's what the song is gonna be, and not just like, yeah, I was in the car. I just made a tune. And we're just gonna slap it anywhere.
Yeah,
It's very intentional.
we call that the Moto West Sakuraba, where you can just put a Tails theme from any village in another Tails game and not
Yeah.
know the difference. You'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, it's fine, it's perfectly adequate, it's it's music, it doesn't detract, but you're like, this gives nothing. There's no emotions.
Mhm.
And to your point, by the way, Phantom Forest from 6 is another one where I've had that same problem with the symphony setting, where it's nice, it's a cool arrangement, it doesn't capture the spirit of the original for me. It's the same idea where it's like, there's something about the original instrumentation that just worked when it happened. So, I mean, props for getting it right when you had so limited tools at your disposal, because it doesn't necessarily need a full symphony. 12! I'm sorry. Sorry.